I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun. The perfect spot to
What must needs be done?
One must take
I'd sooner stay out.
All places like this are overwhelming.
Would that all places were so welcoming. A fine place to sit and gather one's... The wise are as discerning with time as with coin.
Well, could use more places like this.
I'm still waiting on that report.
Townspeople depend on me.
If I see that rat again, I'll gut him myself.
There's a dreary life, this, all its comforts.
I'm still waiting on that report.
My back's so stiff after a bit.
It's on me to bear what young...
Joining a crowd is only half the battle.
Such quiet.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
I'm surrounded by whingers on all sides. All my peers seem so much more capable.
I've more time than I know how to spend. It's on me to bear what younger shoulders can't.
Here I might reflect upon my affairs in peace.
Would that all my days were so
Dull days
tranquil.
for us are a sign that all is well.
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
My sword arm could use some work. I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible. I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
Here I might reflect upon my affairs in peace.
If I see that rat again, I'll gut him myself.
Tis me they come to see.
I've seen my fair share of masquerades.
Ah, the perfect spot to sit and think a while.
Bloody
Now,
That
when does my watch end? I've clean forgotten it.
Is aught amiss
See a
hereabouts?
kip, but not at the expense of... I'm in fine fashion. I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen. This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot...
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho, ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive. And 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
What say we gather some information? There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Best check my stock before a customer comes along.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
Welcome.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
When does my watch end?
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Fancy a kip, but not at the expense of my duty.
face it. No one comes along.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. Though our foes were familiar, our tactics were most novel. 'Twas an edifying journey, all in all. Up we get. We can expect a busy night.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Shall we get underway?
interested in my wares?
Only fools and urchins boast of their kind.
What shall I do today?
Won't someone do aught about this?
I'm in it now. Sun's getting cold.
Those new recruits could barely lift their swords.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace.
Such cheap drink. It is not at all to my taste.
Not within port ever.
Our first sovereign in decades. At last, we will see the end of the age of proxies.
Is this fast truly to the sovereign's taste?
My sword,
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
It would seem our sovereign has recovered enough to walk. Word reached my ear that he would be attending, though I've yet to espy him.
No doubt he must first meet with the Queen Regent. Though mayhap he wishes not to show...
All this revelry in war's wake. 'Tisn't right.
Always the same dismal affair, if you ask me.
So, tell me more of this ox cart.
As I hear it, it turned from the high road only to vanish. It was carrying some few dozen pawns at the time as well.
Strange tale indeed. Yet pawns are oft called nomads. They are...
Naught but dreary duty awaits after this.
I find it liberating to hide my face for a time.
All this merrymaking is a joy to behold.
Always the same dismal affair, if you ask me. Mindless labor is for mindless men. Another ale can't make my dancing any worse.
Rounds and politics are no concern of mine.
Mindless labor is for mindless men.
Smiles are the finest reward I could... Just one last push. I'll be down with the...
Another fancy party hosted by the Arisen. You'd think he's feeling plenty merry by now.
Best mind that tongue afore you lose it.
Listen, I've seen my fair share of noble riches.
Best to remain sober. Much to be done on the morrow.
Want some in a real battle? I'm in it now.
Quite the predicament.
The occasion demands we forego boorish inquiries.
dull days for us are a sign that all is well. Happiness full swing.
If you've naught to say, I'd best be going.
days for us are a sign that all is well.
Have you heard? 'Twouldn't do to meddle in
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
I do so enjoy dancing. With that altered interest,
What was the same?
Oh, lovely. I'll have to remember this place.
My sword arm could use some work.
This is a conundrum.
Off to market I go.
the sky always puts me in a
I do
contemplation.
wish those unsavory sorts wouldn't stare so.
It's on me to bear what
place
younger
I can
children
find
can't.
peace.
My sword arm could use some work.
A lonely place. Not without its charms.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
Best make haste, else I'll be at this all night.
Crowns and politics are no concern of mine.
What now? We who are gathered here are not.
A place to soothe the spirit, this.
Mayhap a banquet will be.
My eyes grow heavy.
I'm just grateful I get to
for it.
live
Cut
my
my
life.
teeth in a real battle.
Days like this make me glad to be alive. Such war is the same. They are today, just how I like it. How's all this revelry to help the Sovereign heal? I'm just grateful I get to live my life.
Or is all we do in vain?
My list of duties grows e'er longer.
Everyone who dances with me complains of sore feet.
I'm frightfully busy. No time for idle chatter.
Oh, how lovely. I'll have to remember this place.
There's ought to be said, peace.
Nor compares to a real vow.
There's ought to be said.
This arm is far from comfortable.
My sword arm stay out of battle, were it possible.
Not good will come of this.
Always sets me
I am all together.
Perfect meditation.
What is one to do?
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
This place is very dreary.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit. I shan't let anything spoil my evening.
Naught but dreary duty awaits after this.
Is there nary a chance to make a fresh acquaintance?
No days for us are a sign that all is well. My sword arm could use some work. I'd sooner stay out of battle.
blessing.
Just between you and me, my survey missions through the caverns and ruins have been more trouble than I foresaw. My task is to seek out items of potential value and research them. And 'twas going well, too, till I found that door. 'Tis an enigma, forged of strange materials and covered in queer etchings, but my orders are to get to the bottom of it. So back and forth I go on an endless string of expeditions. I grow wearier with every trip, but no closer to an answer.
I will see to it that the law is upheld.
What I can do for you?
My sword arm.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
They're the same tired faces and the same tired frogs.
I would fain aid you if you are in need.
They're the same tired faces and the same tired frogs. I find it liberating to hide my face for a time.
Presume to confound me, do you? Can't complain.
This job, this. Quiet as a mill pond hereabouts.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well. Waiting on that report. Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
This is a piece of patience. Perfect for meditation. What am I
What's
supposed
to
to
mean
do?
to solve this?
Such cheap drink. It's not at all.
You were posted in front of the...
I'm a tad preoccupied just now, if you can't tell.
Now this is a conundrum. Where might I go to spend a few hours untraveled?
Such quietude is a blessing. I will time it down.
There's comfort in the
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mind. And I'll be damned.
There's no shame in living life.
Whatever am I to do? These masks are naught but a hindrance.
I only pray my right.
The chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale.
Couldn't hurt to put my feet up a moment.
You are not allowed in here.
Couldn't hurt.
Hold a moment, sir. You won't want to miss this.
But not at the expense of my duty.
sure I can handle this.
I shan't let anything spoil my evening. I shan't let anything.
I do so enjoy finishes without incident.
Blessing.
My talents are lost in these tales.
A place to soothe the spirit.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
Anyone up? Quiet. It's a blessing.
Prayer's a waste of time. No one's listening.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
All this quiet makes me itch to cause a stir.
Lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle, where
Breadth
it's
of
possible.
knowledge is no less important than depth.
Such quiet. Blessing.
Let them talk. I'm too old to care.
Can't wait for your equipment's coming.
Silence. Don't complain, mate.
Not to look forward to, but a long day of work.
Tis good to be reunited.
Shall we make for Burnworth Palace?
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out.
Will someone do aught about this?
Come, I'll lead the way.
Quite the predicament.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
We've arrived, just as planned.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
Must be vigilant. Townspeople depend on me.
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste steel. Not much going on.
My sword arm could use some work.
All this quiet makes me itch to cause a stir. I can't stomach places like this.
The townspeople depend on me.
I'll take any chance.
How to proceed?
I'll have to remember this place. Done right ask.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
Let me get that.
interest would happen.
Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
'Tis worth considering, if we've the time.
You stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
I could see myself having a kip. Hereabouts?
Something good will come of day. I just know it.
Anything? Anything to do round here?
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
That's it! I've had enough! Clear off! And don't come back till you're ready to do business properly!
But I've got the coin, I swear it. I simply just...
Where is it then, eh? Bring the coin, all of it, or I'll call the sentinels on you again. Are we clear?
'Tis uncommon for a lad of his age to be unable to shop on his own. Mayhap we ought to lend him a hand, master.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight. Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favor to ask of you. Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full. Are you sure? Oh, many thanks. I shall repay you anon, you've my word.
Not you again! I thought I made myself quite clear.
Ah, but I've brought the gold this time. I assume that changes things.
Oh, well, if you've got the gold, then you're welcome to spend it. This is...
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
My thanks. I finally have what I came for, and worry not, you'll have your coin back in good time, I promise you.
He seems a young man of decent character. I believe his promise to repay you was a genuine one.
I can but trust my fate will guide me towards
Suppose I ought to...
Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
Clean and tidy. What else needs?
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. To this world I return.
Are we to depart at this hour? I cannot see why we should choose to stumble around in the dark.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Feeling rested, I trust?
When does my watch end? I've trained for this. I wonder what Miss Morrow. Where are you off to?
If I were you, Master, I'd not leave this unread.
Shall we take a closer look?
Won't someone do aught about this?
I like to come here when I need a minute to think with alleviate.
'Tis our duty to see this.
Apologies, Master, but you will have to do without us for the time being.
Fancy a kick, but not at the expense of my duty.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
This job better be worth it. It's too bloody early.
So tired. I'd kick just about anywhere. Such quietude is a blessing.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep.
I'd sooner stay out and back.
I could see myself having a kip.
Wish me to return? At once, Master.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
What should I get on? Slim pickings of late. My food in my touch.
'Twould appear you found evidence.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. As a true... How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I am able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
I'm not sure what we're dealing with here.
Queen Regent Deesa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow, but what precisely is their aim?
"'Tis of dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge. I can guide you to the place arisen, or thereabouts."
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
We've a long journey ahead of us. We ought to employ an ox cart and save our strength.
Right you are. Pray, follow me. How are we to get through this door?
Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
True enough.
What goblins!
We have no means of exposing our enemy's weakness. The Arisen has been formed. Quick, douse the flames! Arisen, are you all right?
Nicely done.
Friends, the battle continues.
Well
I could feel so alive.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
Come to think of it, the pawns in this party are women all.
And yet no two of us are the same. Worthy of caution. Naught save our best will do. Focus your attacks.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
We must not let down our guards.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Tis a remarkable treasure we've found.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
You'll not live to regret this! success.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Holy attacks will serve us well here.
Then we know what must needs be done.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you back and investigate?
To fill one with vim.
Come, I'll lead the way.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Come to think of it, different masters favour different pawns. One whom I...
You'll like to grow overburdened and keep picking up every little trinket you find. Pray, follow me.
Goblins, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. The Arisen has been torched. Quick, douse the flames!
die here it recovers. This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together in this.
It is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Tis of dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. Tis not long till daybreak, Master.
Come.
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such suspicion?
You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's...
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Fancy a look at my wares?
'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside. The villagers' stares are sharp as daggers. What is their intent, I wonder?
'Tis eerie, but we must needs press on.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmaster. Is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brandt against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops. I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care, then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Take it, and do with it what you will.
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
I'm not interested.
An appropriate choice arisen. I'll gladly take the lead. I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around. Where to next, Arisen? I'm not sure I've any idea.
Might you consider lightening your...
We shall await you here, Master.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar on his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in the lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. Anyone that complacent has got no business being a thief. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time, then.
It's too quiet here for me.
A mug of ale is just right.
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
You've my gratitude.
Not half bad!
I'm in no mood for a chinwag, thank you.
You're the one, then? Fine. I'd hoped I'd not be seeing you here.
I'll not take that from you. This won't do.
What do you want?
Is this where you've been all this time? 'Tis rather far from where we agreed to meet up.
Do take care not to stray so far next time. Pray, follow me. One never can have too many of these.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? As you like.
Over here, if you would.
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. You would know of our village? Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? As you like, sir.
This is the inn, of course. Nothing's free in this world. Do stop by again. This is the inn. Of course. Nothing's free in this world. Glad to be of service, sir. This is the inn, of course. Nothing's free in this world. Do stop by again.
Come, I'll lead the way.
Well met, sir. How may I be of service?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking it. Few.
Not a foe in sight.
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies. There's aught familiar about this place. Have we been here before?
How very curious. I wonder what other secrets this place holds.
Pray, follow me. Choppers, Master!
I'll save you! Glad to see you have the matter in hand. Feast your eyes on this!
It seems we have enraged our foes. I cannot use their rage to our advantage. To have any hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal.
Yes, of course. I see that.
First and foremost, we'll want to lock it on balance. It will prove a much easier target than lying prone.
I cannot dare attempt such a thing, though, but together, I think we can manage it.
Our foe has been knocked off balance. Trample, drag it to the ground.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Well done.
The paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Now that is a surprise.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
Come, I'll lead the way. A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Fear not. You're safe with me.
Pray, follow me.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side. That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
A reward for our efforts. I expect Captain Brandt will know how to put what we've gleaned to good use. Now to report to Captain Brandt. I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side.
I'm not altogether happy with this. Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration. We have arrived.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your Majesty. Yes, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, your Majesty? Are you willing? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
So the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Deeza. This spider has woven her web rather carefully. Here we are.
We meet again. Truth be told, I was hoping we might. Would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. Sit down, won't you? I'm rather fond of this place. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this. So full of excitement, so alive. And how could I have? In all my life, I've hardly left the palace. My mother is quite strict. You understand. Oft did I long for a taste of normal life. Even aught as simple as going shopping for myself. My mother has always procured the things I covet for me, so to pick out an item and obtain it with my own hands held a certain appeal. Which reminds me, I owe you a debt. I fear I cannot repay the full sum all at once. I have rather little in the way of spending money. Pray, take this for now. You'll have more when next we meet. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
Consider me uninformed.
Dorian! You have naught to fear. I'll protect you. Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. And quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, many thanks. I appreciate the...
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent...
Are you in the market for something in particular? Do come again.
It's my duty to find them.
You seem in fine spirits.
Fancy a look at my wares?
I'm old, fairly scraping by.
Weary. Fancy a look at my wares?
I'd sooner stay out.
Always doing about a dozen things at once.
Anyone who knows on this train?
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
A new day, a new perspective. It seems you must attend the palace masquerade if you're to meet the one who would falsely claim your title. Shall we make for Burnworth Palace? Pawns are permitted to approach the castle, but not walk the grounds. I shall accompany you to the entrance.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
I suppose I could visit someplace new.
Quite the predicament.
We're here, and none the worse for wear.
Have no fear, Master.
You are the Arisen. Follow me!
This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mate.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part.
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melve. Melve, I say. I'm not sure who gave the orders, but just beyond my head.
As it should be. It is no concern of ours. I'll hear no more.
They wish they were in my boots.
Twould seem I drank such drink that I am drunk.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out.
This is quite the dilemma.
Mindless labor is for mindless
I'd sooner
men.
stay out of battle, were it possible.
What is life
Welcome
without a
respite from all those
spice?
horrid ruffians.
Tis quiet as a mill
Breadth
pond.
of knowledge is no less important than depth.
Now, we who are gathered here are...
A fine place to sit and gather one's...
Now this is a conundrum.
What is life without a little spice?
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend.
My list of duties grows ere longer.
Here I might reflect upon my affairs in peace.
Everyone who dances with me complains of sore feet.
Twould seem I drank such drink that I am drunk.
Nowadays for us are a sign of would that all my days were so
A lonely place, but not without its charms.
What is life without a little spice?
Silence cultivates wisdom.
These festivities are part and parcel.
I pray someone asks me to dance here.
Surely these
Whatever am I to do?
There's ought to be said, peace and quiet.
Where
I fear I've not useful... No easy answers here.
Those new recruits could barely lift their swords.
Prayer's a waste of time. No one's listening.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere.
Do you recall that package from Batawa delivered to the minister's chambers last week?
Well, put me in the right state when I saw the door unguarded.
Hail, friend! You've come at a good time. I was just hoping to speak with you. Have you heard aught of the masquerades being held in the palace of late? 'Tis said they are in celebration of the sovereign's valorous deeds. However, in truth, my mother is merely holding them to strengthen her ties with her closest retainers. But therein lies our chance, for I suspect one among them might prove an ally to our cause, a man by the name of Patrick. Might I ask you to infiltrate one of these masquerades and give him this letter? I imagine that's the most prudent way to go about this. You have my thanks. I would handle this matter myself, but I am afraid I cannot attend the masquerades. Mother refuses to allow it. I will speak with a sentinel I trust, and bid that he ease his patrol on the evening in question. Pray, make use of this opportunity to slip into the venue. Patrick will be wearing a mask without a mane, and a blue cape, I believe. Hopefully this information will be enough for you to seek him out. Come to think of it, there has been tell of some important figure from a neighboring country being invited as well. I've not been told much, but any guest of my mother's is bound to be the mark of much attention. You should be going now, friend. You're not meant to be here in the first place.
All my peers seem so much more capable.
Tight. I'd kick just about anywhere.
All seems well here, but you can ne'er be sure.
My sword arm could use some work.
Naught compares to a real power. There'll be no trouble today. Can't stomach places like this.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Are the new recruits battle ready yet?
I've been here so long, I forgot why I came.
Is there nary a
Perhaps I really
chance
would
to
have
make a
been better
fresh
off a baker.
acquaintance?
The weight of my duties is like to flatter me. Such quietude is a blessing.
Well,
Sometimes this is the only place I can find
Nice place, this.
Just about anywhere.
To leave.
Well met. Is there aught I can do for you? You must have mistaken me for another. I am unaware of any missives meant for me.
Partial to a little
Townspeople
from time to time.
what is it? Is there aught you need? Ah, I see. Thank you for giving this to me. I shall pen my answer anon, behind closed doors, naturally.
What is perfect spot to sit and think about.
I'd sooner stay out of that. Very possible.
This sort of quiet.
No
moves
easy
all
answers here.
Couldn't hurt to put my back in a moment.
What am I to do with this?
I'd swear
When does my watch?
Everyone's busy with their own affairs. Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
This job better be worth it. It's too bloody early.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
This ain't my problem.
Quiet at last.
It is our duty to see this peace protected. It is our duty to see this peace protected.
Many thanks. Patrick has already sent his reply. 'Twould seem my mother's tyranny has been weighing heavily on his heart. He has pledged to continue our correspondence and aid me in putting an end to my mother's injustices. This would not have been possible without your assistance. I am afraid I cannot offer much in the way of recompense, but pray, take this.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might...
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Sold out high. Someone comes just about anywhere.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though, we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, my lady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, my lady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it.
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
But a long day of work. I've been on my feet all day.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Won't someone do aught about this?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melve and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melve? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melve.
Phases. Now there's a name to remember.
What shall I do today?
Over here, if you please.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead. So tight. I'd kip just about anywhere.
Shall we get some rest then? "'Twas a chimera I was tasked with battling. A ferocious and terrible beast. I'm in no hurry to face one again. It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Shall we get underway? If that is what you wish, Arisen, I'll go on ahead.
It seems you must attend the palace masquerade if you're to meet the one who would falsely claim your title. 'Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace. I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master, but no further.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
I'm a predicament.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
We've arrived, just as planned.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
All honest coin is made while the sun is high.
I must earn the people's faith.
My legs are as lead.
Is no less important than death.
I'd sooner stay out of that.
Not mind lingering for a spell.
I'm in it now. No sense of being cold for me.
Good to see you, Master.
Any patron will do, so long as they're gentle, right?
Now, where was I headed?
I must find my coat. My fur.
This place is very dreary.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour would be right.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playgrounds? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Jesus?
The Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
So many happy voices carried on the wind.
Not much going on. Would that we could serve on wherefore it's the same. They are.
Can't help but talk in a whisper.
The guy always puts me in a contemplative mood.
Just one last. I'll be done today. Seems my humming would be unwelcome.
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
Else I'll be at this all night.
Some patrons can be rather demanding.
I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better
This
off.
place always puts me at ease.
Where to now?
I like to come here when I need a minute to think. Could use a bit of excitement.
Even I know when to shut my trap.
What did I have planned for the morrow?
It's on me to bear what younger shoulders can't.
This place always puts me at ease.
Best head to market before it slips my mind.
Delightful breeze.
I'll find myself a worthy patron soon enough.
I get along with everyone.
I don't know.
So many happy voices carried on.
What did I have planned for the morrow?
Much to do. Would that I had a helping hand.
Off to market I go.
Place to soothe the spirit.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life. I get along with everyone. Not much going on.
This place always puts me at ease.
What a delightful breeze.
Got to keep my arms strong and my mind sharp. I'm not sure what to do about that.
Hope I near see that wretched patron
It's all
again.
to be said.
A place to soothe the spirit.
Mayhap I'll go on an adventure of my own.
It seems you have obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brant will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Shall we report this development to Captain Brant? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
We have arrived.
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that your Majesty return once you've procured such attire.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow, but what precisely is their aim?
I'm not sure what we're dealing with here.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizens.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
Welcome.
I'm surrounded by winches on all sides.
I'm a pretty predicament.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow. It's just life. Well then, sir.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Always another errand to see to.
If I see that rat...
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. Though our foes were familiar, I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
Scroll ought to clear my mind some.
What's to do?
I'd gladly stay here forever if I
Yeah,
could.
tad rowdy, but I can't complain.